From New Englandville studio, good morning and welcome to the last edition of the program Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Today na Friday, February 27, 2026, and where they bring come this program, my name na Yeno Kabia.
And my name na Chengno Jalo. Good morning. Inside the program this morning, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Musa Henry Parker, don't say ECOWAS they plan for reduce the over $10 billion we member states them they use for import food come na different West Africa country them. The Executive Director for Institute for Governance Reform IGR and Olavali say the head pan the case report where IGR and partner then do show say the 10 corporate way management of the correctional service said in the give to inmates them for each inmate not to true. And today inside the program with the democracy we talk about the work where NGOs and the country success and challenge them.
Well, this is another story then inside the program for you, plus some students them at the University of Salon, when Afobe College, Institute of Public Administration and Management, and College of Medicine. Don't call on the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education for look inside the missing grade challenge, where they get at a different university. Members say they listen live on www.radiodemocracy.sl and a Leo Rock Metal Group. They support Radio Democracy for bringing the program come to you and powered by AfriCell. And self they listen to it live from Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koinaduga and Falabadi State, Radio Malen 88.5, Radio 1J 101.3 na Pujondi State, Radio Kolente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moa 105.5 na Kailaun, Vopad Radio na Watalo, Voice of Sando Radio on 95.7 na Konodi State, Voice of Kaine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro Pujondi State, Advocacy Radio Potloko State, Radio Katbami on 106.7 na Tonko Limba, at FM na Moyambadi State on 95.9. The program na Good Morning Salon. You self get the opportunity for be part of the program by way how we can send a text message to the number 077 981 981, or you go to our Radio Democracy Facebook page and self with YouTube page and drop your comments there.
The program Good Morning Salon they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program we start for look at issues go say one flag bearer aspirant at the APC party Dr. Ibrahim Bangura say in the work tranga one now with the party and government for address the issue between Guinea and Salon where they happen now in Falaba district between Salon and Guinea for second one land issue. Dr. Ibrahim Bangura talked this inside one interview to Radio Democracy. We say we talk about the border dispute where they happen between them two countries. Usman Kamara gets more and gonna report.
This BNTM issue be happening between the security sector na Guinea and Salon. Usai Guinea soldier man them arrest Salon soldier and OST officer them and carry them inside Guinea. But then kind issue not all the first time this it happen. Because of this, make plenty people learn the raise concern. And one part them people na Dr. Ibrahim Bangura, when a flag bearer aspirant for the APC party, and he may raise some concern them inside one press statement to the public. Usa is say it's might be in the security sector because them people here don't they work tranga one for protect Salon border crossing points them. And he be concerned but the arrest we Guinea security sector we make a call on the government na Guinea for look inside this issue quick one. Dr. Ibrahim Bangura continues say as APC flag bearer aspirant, he ready for work with government and other stakeholders them for address this issue peaceful one without any plabber. Dr. Ibrahim Bangura carry on say for long term now, Guinea and Salon don't be best buddy and Guinea don't support Salon during the war. Also plenty people na Salon may go tap na Guinea so till the war done. And self say them kind incidents here where they happen, na then crossing border points here, go ambog them to country here them party business. We make a call on Guinea authority for settle this issue before other thing happen. We go ambog them to country here them peace and democracy. Self call on Salon people for maintain peace so till they solve this issue. Dr. Ibrahim Bangura end up say he go continue for work tranga one so that Salon and Guinea party business go continue. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Usman Kamara, the reports.
Program where they listen to now. Good morning, sir. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. As you get we outlined them earlier today inside the program where they look at the topic and NGO operations in Sierra Leone, success and challenges them. And for Kaipu get this discussion done now the program we get to week Christian Kamara when a board chair for Slango Way now the Sierra Leone Association of Non-Governmental Organization. Good morning, welcome to the program, sir.
Good morning, Fambo, and good morning, 98.1.
Okay, continue for the with the program as we take this issue will come. We go start with the discussion with you. We go say some community people when are beneficiaries of NGO program. Then at Salon they celebrate NGO week with Radio Democracy, two partner community radio stations. Them don't talk about different things them where they happen at them part of the country. For more on this, we join Musa Kamara puts the voice of them people also together.
Continue and we come with standing inside the program. Now we take now one power headline story them. The executive director for Institute for Governance Reform and Olavali say the 8-party case report where IGR and them partner then do show say the 10 corporates where management of the correctional center say then they give one inmate for it not to throw. In talk this is one interview with Radio Democracy where they talk about the report where they do when at the 8-party case. Well, he explained more to a reporter Adeyemi Jackson inside this interview.
Well, really, we not a correctional service to focus on. We focus on the rice procurement because rice now one of the biggest commodity for Salon. In fact, if we get rice sorted out, a lot of the intention are not good day because Boku people they want food, they want for let their own pot boil, they want people they want for cater for their family. So rice is really important. In Sierra Leone, inside Salon, the government of Sierra Leone now a big purchaser of rice for prisons, for the military, for the police, for hospitals. So if we look at rice procurement now one area no more, like prisons, it go inform rice procurement, we they call them best practice in rice procurement in other sectors. So now make we talk, say, oh, look at rice procurement across time. And in this research, we look at from 2016 to 2023. We find for look at rice procurement over time. And for let you know the systemic issues then we they make Salon DBN and which is Salon for do for let go before. So now make we look at data for rice procurement over time. Inside this research here, we look at the prison population in 2016, 17, 18, till to 2023. Then the procurement contracts then till across that time day, because we look at over 500 contracts. 202 contracts under APC, 352 contracts.
These are contracts with a government contract.
Government contract and the procurement process. Over 350 contracts, 200 under SLPP, 202 contracts under APC. And the procurement process is there for prison rest, for other condiments. It's really interesting because one of the biggest things they will find out now that on average, we look at the number of cup of rice when they procure per day. We look at the number of prisoners within day. So if they say now on a 10-day house, then when I cook 10 cup rice, that means when I really budget for one man get 1 cup rice. So now the same way we do the calculation. Yeah, so we would see the calculation, we see say on average, the old and the budget, 10.2 cup rice one prisoner they eat per day.
How do they do the budgeting?
Well, the correctional services and the Ministry of Finance, they provide money for them. So now 10.2 cup rice. In fact, what you'll find out by 2017, now 15 cup rice. It better small in 2020. We go down to the 4 cup rice. 2022, 7 cup rice. But it go up back in 2023. It go up to 11 cup rice. So you look at 2023 and 2017, these are election periods. And one report the way Center for Accountability and Rule of Law been on the way they should say the period and within the around election, then period and they will be worried about corruption. So you see say procurement risk higher than 10 and day. And one of the things they will find out back, really not the reason this way make we do this research here. Because they see say we pull both the fetch we too much. Both the talk say me not agree with McKinney, but local the talk say me and Kenny I will not the pool. And one of the things they will find out, politics now a big scam. The thing they would fight for now how all man they get by the half contract here. If SLPP in a power, for example, they see say the one way they support you, not the woman the way they support the party. If APC in a power, how will they make sure say when I get this whether you supply plazas, whether you supply this. We know saying that they happen. But one of the things we'll find out now, then thing that they just make with a divide with them. They just make with a divide. In fact, when you look at the procurement database, we see say with the change of government, about 60% of them change inside the database by 2019.
So, Mr. Lavalley, one we go the listing go say this na contract with government they give to vendors them for supply the things here. So you talk about politics, say politics don't create a kind of division. One go they say how una come to the conclusion for say politics responsible for the high level of corruption when it comes to procurement of rice.
Now the evidence they will get from the people that will do interview, and the one that will the interview, then the talk say if you get recommendation on the back of a complimentary card, for example from State House or from the party hierarchy, you get a higher chance for get contract than how well your bid did. This now so it across time. And why this important? Because now the idea this will get, now this they make with jump beside politics. Now this they make you talk say no, me party they are the better.
So then people always talk this. Now ordinary people them.
No, these are the suppliers themselves.
The suppliers them. What about the staff them or recruitment them at the correctional service? When I talk to them, they make their own input.
No, likely in a desk work. This not their own records them because it's their own official records where they show the lockup numbers, they show the procurement figures. These are official numbers. Yeah.
So most of the procurement things that will happen. Is it around during election, the near the corruption that also they happen?
We find out say 2017 now the biggest year where it shows one prisoner they get 15 corporates. 2023 back one prisoner they get
15 cup per day.
15 cup per day, 15 corporates per day, raw rest. So 9, they talk say on paper, 9 for allocate for prison. But if I for the family and no say the audit service Leon don't they do some audits. In fact, they call them performance audits on correctional centers. And one of the things that they find out we know say over 80% of the resource within the allocate is really wasted. They find out say the prisoner now 110 they can feed them per day on average. Even though the correctional center, the strategic plan they should say if you feed them 3 times a day, but it shows in a 1 time the prisoner they feed.
Now we look at the recommendations then where they inside the script hall.
Now for make sure say we do what we do so that next year we allocate money we not lost more. Usai you get one report where they talk say over 80% of the money where they allocate is lost, it's been lost. It means you need to review that system. So the first recommendation are for review the system and learn from best practices from other areas there. Where they should say that they get diet efficiency, then they go able save government in administrative costs because all of these for let you get supplier, you can't make something for them for let you buy rest. It's administrative burden for government. So you get to ways with other countries and don't do government go land from down there. At the same time you make sure say prisoners are fed well, then government will reduce your own cost. So you go reduce your cost, you reduce your administrative burden and you maintain the quality of service for prisoners.
Well, you be listening to the Executive Director for Institute for Governance Reform and Lavalley, where we talk to Adeyemi Jackson inside that interview day. For sake our reports where they do, where they call the 8-party case. And according to Andrew Valley, the reports where they do show say the 10 corporates where management and the correctional center say that they give one inmate for eats for day, not to true. The program Good Morning Salon they continue. You have get the opportunity for be part of the program by way how you can send a text message to the number 077 981 981, or you go now already the Democracy Facebook page and drop a comments there, and self you go now our YouTube page and drop a comments there. As we say earlier on inside the program, we go talk about the work the way NGO they don't do in the country and self success challenge and self out there NGO ya done the help for complement government in efforts na different program them where they implement in the country. And one for welcome again with studio get one power studio guest them we na Christian Camara we na in the we want to welcome Christian Camara na the program. Good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Salon.
Good morning, good morning.
Okay.
Listeners.
As Slango na the umbrella body where they represent non-government organization then a salon where they work na for coordinates, get rank and promote the collective work of NGO then na different parts them na the country so they implement them project they are. And this body na platform where they for collaborate, do policy them and self they advocate between governments and NGO them. Well, for sake of that small background, they were dongi waiting on a day for Slango as now they in charge for the non-government organization them. For listeners who they listen you for the first time, you will explain more waiting on a work and now don't do am na salon.
Thank you very much. As you rightly say, Slango na the Sierra Leone Association of Non-Governmental Organization. We are the umbrella organization for all NGOs, both international and national. Now, Salon currently we get over 540 NGOs, registered NGOs, and out of that number, we get over 428 when national and about 112 when international. So we work actually now for coordinating work and be like a liaison between NGOs and government for ensure say we able for influence policies of government, but also for coordinate and support the work of we membership. So we can do this through various means. We do capacity building in terms of training for we members there, so that they go able for deliver in terms of waiting the mandate the call for. But also we get quite a lot of other support with the give with members as well. We also they monitor the programs then at the feed for ensure say we avoid duplication, but also we ensure say then support each other and then collaborate and able for work as one at the feed and support the communities.
So in doing this, how not only monitor the NGOs they are within the camp for implementing them, program them for CC, like because the ministry with they in charge, because we come with other studio guests who will explain that and they how not gonna say the NGO they are don't come and the work the audience they do now for monitor and well.
So firstly they start with the registration process. So every NGO get for register. You first start with Slango, where you can present all of your documents, and thank God this time around we get an online registration which they make it much more easier. So they share with your programs, your audit report and all of that in the communities who say they work as well. And they do the same with the line ministry, we call out the SLA, and also with the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, where Eric will later on touch on that. So once you don't get all of those documents in terms of waiting you want for do and waiting you don't get money for do, and then now the next step get for be now for logo ensure that actually waiting you supposed for do you do am at the field.
Okay. We the holiday and also introduce other studio guests na the program when Eric Masali, when the Director of NGO Affairs and the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development. Welcome to the program and good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay. So enjoy you from meeting the board chair for Slango. Don't talk about so far when it comes to the operation of INGOs and NGOs in the country. You directorate or your office directly deal with them people else on a daily basis. What's in for coming up person in mind when they talk about NGO affairs and this particular ministry?
Yeah, well, the NGO Affairs and the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, now the directorate where they coordinate and supervise the operations of non-governmental organizations. How would they go about we work? One, as Christian rightly say, we ensure say all organizations are properly registered. After every 2 years, it's mandatory that they renew the registration. And for organizations that they come around for operators NGOs, it's a must that they register for legalized status in the country. We also ensure say we strengthen relationship between the NGOs and relevant stakeholders. And how we do that through coordination. We don't able for over the years, we don't able for establish coordination platforms at both national and district. At district, we get 3 platforms that we established. We get the NGO coordination, we get the sectorial coordination, and above all, we get the district development coordination platform also. So we're getting 3 platforms that we established at the district where they work very well. At national level, we get coordination mechanism backward and put in place. One has to do with the national sectorial coordination, which are NGOs that meet with the sector ministries and discuss development, discuss standards, discuss approaches when they use in the implementation of projects. We also have, as at MOPED, layers of coordination at national level. Maybe for instance, on a monthly basis, they meet with 2 constituent groups of NGOs. You get the NNGO steering committee and the INGO steering committee. Where they meet and discuss emerging issues and then provide solutions to those emerging issues. At ministerial level, the minister on a half-yearly basis, they meet with all country directors. And at that level, it's a policy level. We say they discuss policy matters, issues, policy issues that will border on the operations of NGOs. and then minister can take them and go discuss on our cabinet and then they find solutions to them. So we get them platforms all over extra.
From the ministry in planning and economic development, it tells you see this ministry get some aspect of development ideas for the country. And INGOs and NGOs have they work in line with that one day. From government perspective, whose description of you give to the support not only receive from them people also in terms of development?
NGOs are a complementary organ of government. Then they complement government operations. And that is why we say they are neither a political group or a profit-making group. The responsibility that for ensure say they join government in the actualization of its aspirations. And how do they do them? Government gets a blueprint we call the medium-term national development plan. We get the 5 game changers and we get the enablers. It beholds them for ensure say whatever support they get at the country, they properly align with the aspirations of government. Because say for instance, if government decides say as part of our result framework, we decide say we want to do 100 boreholes within a given period, that as an output, the responsibility, government by itself not going to forget resources for do all the boreholes and then 100 boreholes. Government go say we'll get money for 50. So the NGOs and now they go out for fair money and can't see how they can fill that gap, the extra 50. That is the complementarity of what they do. So, and it only work very, very well. Christian mentioned about the service level agreement. Would ensure say where you come with a project, we don't get commitment for funding, you go to the line ministry. You go discuss the projects with them. The line ministry will tell you, say, these are our priorities of government. And they look at them priorities and they ensure say you align your programs with them. And then now you agree on the location, because again, we minimize duplications. You agree on the locations, we agree on the use of the resources. The emphasis is that organizations for use at least 70% of those resources on direct project implementation and at most 30% on administration. So we don't agree with them, with the NGOs, and what they consider for be direct cost and indirect cost. Where you go to align ministry, then they take you through. That is why we have what they call the Annex B, where they talk about result framework. They talk about the budget and of course the activities them, and they ensure say them properly align them and when agree on the location so that we implement them. Then they go into agreement with the government. When once we are going into agreement, that document is sent to the local councils. And the local councils, because there's a Dropbox, no sooner they sign the agreement, we upload them. The DPO, district planning officer in Afalaba, they get access to them. So then local councils, now they look at them, and then they work with the organizations in implementation of projects. For 2 reasons. One, because we have to promote ownership. The organizations are not going to forever. So when once they go, they will expect them for work with the stakeholders, the local council and the stakeholders. So in an event that they left, they're going to provide the capacity, and of course, they're going to take over for most of the stock. The other reason, now for ensure, say, we sustain the project then. In the development world, one surest way of sustainability, now for let the people that own of us. If people don't own the project, then that project they bound for that. So would they ensure say they work with the community people, then would they ensure they work with the local councils and for ensure that for promote ownership and above all sustainability in the implementation of the projects.
Eric, it's always you to explain so the thing they don't put in place and now don't they work with NGO. How the ministry can able for monitor for say waiting the organization can tell on if then say for Nafalabad district we get water project so one can implement the district say for the implement other agricultural projects for say they implement that actual program. They become plenty so you can go to the districts there. The people can tell you say now this will be want but now this thing can give you.
So in the circle of project implementation, the first step community engagement. What we call assessment. If they go for good assessment, for let you know the needs of the people. But we already know that is the sweet part for the development model in Sierra Leone. Almost all the ministries are able to map what are the needs and the communities well served and underserved, because again equitability is very, very key. Then ministries are already get that. So where organizations can come, they go to the ministry tell them what are the needs of communities. Say for instance, as we speak, water resources get a mapping tool where they tell you, they call them the 4Ws, where they tell you all Usai water points in there at the country, the ones that are functional and the ones that are not functional. When they go, where an organization come with funding, the one for the water wells, then they go to the line ministry. In some cases, the first point of call at me, they can come to me because especially the one where they come out, they come at my office, and they reference them to the line ministry. When they go there, the line ministry will tell them, say if you go to carrying a district, for instance, when carrying the one for work, they go tell them, say there are 5 chiefdoms where are relatively okay. But you have 3 or 4 of the other chiefdoms, them will not get water points. And they encourage them for going at their side and there. That is one aspect. The other aspect, we're very, very key for track. And that is one thing, I'm not praising my ministry, but it's something we appreciate and we take laurels for. We able get, as I speak to you, we know all the projects them we NGOs and implement. We know all the locations them. We know all the resources we they get at their disposal. There is a map. That map there, we don't make it available. Remember, as I start, I told you, I said there is a drop box. We get all the local councils get access to that drop box. In that drop box, it will tell you all the projects that we get funding per district, per sector, per community, up to ward level. We get that information, that data. And that is what we use to track. Me, in my office, I can always tell the NGOs them, me emphasis. And they go, I don't get time because I supervise over 500 organizations. For say, they count the report, all MBB reports are able to read, I don't get time. I have key areas them why you look at. One has to do with, of course, you know the project, your activities. And then the outputs. If your activity call for doing construction of 5 schools, you say construction of schools, that are your activity. And then your output talk about 5 schools. When my team they go na the field for go monitor, that is what I expect them to look at. That output. And then, if plausibly you don't able for implement a project, we look at the outcome. Whether you do am fine, whether you not do am fine, and that is what I am concerned about as a supervisory ministry. And that is what the line ministries and the desk officers are always prevail on them for look at. Not to can't tell me all the fine things, narrative, executive summary, that's not important to me.
Eric, before we go break, one concern back when they done the cam, and how not on the monitor for say they not duplicate them projects here because you go on one district, you go see them say this water, now this organization, now Caritas they make this now this other organization they do but now the same district, same project, same and all. How not able to do that?
So that it's a thing of the past. I remember I don't talk about the coordination layers. We don't make NGOs that don't see themselves as partners in development. They are no longer rivals, or competitors. At the first layer of coordination, like the districts, now NGO coordination, we able to get in all the districts, NGOs that elect 2 NGO leads, one national and one international. Then they meet on a monthly basis for discuss activities that they happen within the district. And that is the report where they use for the DDCC, where the 2 leads and they go present at the DDCC. At that level, they just can't present activities. Organizations they sit down and say, no, me get funding for good water well in this community. If for any reason another organization within that district might get funding for a similar project and at the same community, we expect them for sit down, engage and agree on one person they go there and the other person go to the other side. If for any reason they're not able for reach at a decision, now the responsibility. That is why on a bi-monthly basis, they send a minute to where they show the action points and of course the follow-up steps. And the responsibility for sending that to me at my office, I call the country directors who are involved, we can sit down and agree on who that for go implement or who that not for go implement. And it has worked out very, very well. I get success stories of over 20 instances who say country directors, we don't call them to my office to me, we don't cancel, we don't agree. Then go back to the community. They say, no, for this reason, me implementing this community, I go to the community. And it's working out very, very well. So coordination. Then platforms that we don't establish at district and national level we don't minimize duplication. We don't promote ownership.
We want for holiday and take this commercial break and we'll watch the implications of that one on national development.
Okay.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody. It let you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money now the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It let you not get the account number. Buy Edsalite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Jagba don't done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go on Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
The African Ramadan show is back, bigger than ever.
Yes, so this is a Gentry Palam show, and this year, AfriCellon double the cash winnings. More than 1 billion old loans in mega prizes, plus plenty exciting surprises inside this Ramadan promo.
For qualify, just dial *777# or call or send blank SMS to 777 for just 2 new loans, and you will get 2 loans on net call until midnight.
And wait, if you choose AfriMoney, you go double your chances every single day.
Watch the show live Mondays to Fridays, 7:45 p.m. on AfriCell Salon Facebook page, AYV TV, Afri Radio 105.3 FM, and other radio stations them nationwide. This na Ramadan Gentry Palam. Win big and shine bright.
The program where they listen to now Good Morning Salon where they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And we come with your other studio guest when the board chairman for Slango when Christian Kamara. And you don't hear you waiting, Eric don't talk and they of implementing program how una can go to them and all. In una own parts back, how una can monitor una colleague them for say how then they implement them program here and can sit down first on the table and know the different district una they go before ever una can to the ministry.
As Eric rightly mentioned, the structures that we don't create, the structures that we both Slango and Moped agreed on. Because the ultimate goal of intervention actually is for transform lives and transform communities. So we all get the same goal in terms of intervention. So we all sit down together and agree for say, how do we do this so that we not like ensure say one community benefit more than the other. So this issue where Eric talked about when like duplication, that is something of the past. So now there are a lot of structures now we can ensure that more people not do one thing than one community. So the structure we create at the district level that the DDCC where we talk about, it's a very functional committee we don't set up, both international and national NGO as well as the district council itself did it. Members say we intervention actually in the field. So no matter who say offend yourself now, who say people then they with it. So when we get to that point, the district now fully engaged and fully involved in terms of what would they do.
With all these systems when they put in place, you talk about the DDC. How you could describe, the issue of one community get more project than the other community?
Well, basically, project based on community needs. But we know the crowd intervention for one community. So as Eric said, let's say there's a need for water, clean, pure water in this community. But also let's take like Duazak. Yeah? Duazak, they get other areas as well. So before you intervene, you get for share you proposal with we and also with Moped as well. And as Eric say, everything they on paper, it's very easy for track. Who is where, who is doing what, and all the rest of it. But there is a joint monitoring where Slango and Moped they do as well, into unannounced at times, into all of these areas.
But you will still agree to me say some community get more project than the others.
Well, as I initially mentioned, based on the needs of those communities. So let's say, for example, I just take Duazak. Duazak might have a health issue, might have water, but you cannot have like one water. Like, you have 10 NGOs doing water in Duazak.
Because when I make ask this question, if you watch at, imagine district like Falaba, we just come, you don't see much project going there compared to the side like Kenema or McKinney.
I'm not going to say there's no more projects in Falaba. There are lots of NGOs who also they do interventions in Falaba as well. But again, I will still come back to say it based on what are the need of those communities. So as Eric say, the intervention has to start with the community needs assessment, where you see what are the needs, but also the district doesn't even go ahead for all of that. So they also they support and guide with intervention who would enter into those communities. So it could be many projects, but they're of various sectors, maybe health, maybe water, maybe education, but you cannot have 10, 20 NGOs all man to do the same thing in that community. That's something of the past.
So, Mr. Kamara, are you able for it to now work on how not only support government, and according to Eric, before now they go, they can present to now first the government development plan and the big 5 game changer them. How not they able for support government in that area? They for say government able for achieve them.
So the role of NGO of a complement government effort. Yeah. So why we exist in this country now for ensures we support government initiative, because government is primary responsibility now for provide social services for its citizens in this country. So what NGOs they do now for help government for achieve that. So like what Eric said, there is this medium-term development plan which the government gets. So whatever we do for contribute to that plan. And so that's why even at district level as well. So the structure don't go from the central to the district, it would also go to the chiefdom as well. So each and every person now fully engaged in that process then. So we now they work outside government plan. We they work for so that to support government plan, and at the end of the day, government said they fit into the global plan with the global world on set.
So plenty time, maybe Eric you can explain that and go say anything of the past. But plenty time on the you said they don't say NGOs they don't they raise concern and how then they work with government, more especially the ministry where they in charge of them. So how our relationship sound like?
So part of we mandate now for actually engage and see say concerns of NGO are being brought to government. We have a discussion and we find a way forward. Let us give you one example. Registration was something difficult. With the start registration from Slango, we go the line ministries for SLA. SLA has been very difficult for membership.
Before the SLA?
Now the service level agreement. Okay. So now sometimes you go sign, you go declare to your line ministry. So for example, if I did at the youth sector, if I get a project on youth affairs, I get to go share with your line ministry. You understand? This is a proposal, and then there is a form where they fill everything before I'm giving the SLA. Then after the SLA, now you go to the Ministry of Planning. All of this has been paperwork. You know paperwork, the bureaucracy and all of it around it. We had an engagement with the ministry. So the ministry go digital. So now I can sit down on my desk, I scan all of my documents, I upload them, then I get my certificate.
For quick clarity, if an NGO want for operating or get a service level agreement with the line ministry, Ministry of Planning no go register?
No, you have to go, it's a process. So now you start with us as Slango.
If you not get them, they no go register?
You will not be registered.
They don't be the problem. You don't get concerned that most have sometimes NGOs need to work with a line ministry, but because perhaps sometimes the NGOs and the argument they put out something them way that line ministry they know they doing a proper thing. The line ministry can stop them not forget that service level agreement. So I don't get them complaining.
That is why you have Slango.
But I don't get them complaining.
Yes.
How often?
As I initially say, SLA has been a difficult process. Yeah, so that's why if you get any problem with the ministry, you have to come to we. Then they go through the Ministry of Planning, but also remember, say the Ministry of Planning also sets structures that each of those ministries now. So whenever we get an issue, we discuss and they'll find a way out of it. So when you get a problem with your line ministry, come to we. Go to Ministry of Planning, and then it will be resolved.
Other people believe say that are the way government they use for twist them enjoy also for do them bidding.
No,
agree?
No, it's all part of accountability, and these are things that we don't agree on. We don't agree on with government. Even at Slango level, you have to be accountable as well, and you have to be accountable to the people for which you don't get resources on their behalf. So for let go declare saying that this they go do this project now I don't get funding for. I don't think if that is an issue. The issue has to be this process not for delay, because you need to complete the process and go down the field for go implement. And that's where Slango is to ensure say all of those bottlenecks we're able to charge them out. And it will be interesting for us to even the SLA very soon we do go digital as well. It have to be an online process. So all of this for going to ministry back and forth, it not go there. So we are going over all of these hurdles so that we ensure say we members they not get more challenge for all of this process, but to get more time for going to the field and deliver to the communities.
So, una they in charge of them, una they registered, they cancel una force for they now una organization before they can at the ministry and all. Waiting on our own role for say una monitor the NGOs there for say they implement the project that they can get scope for implement that different side them. Because if you go to some district and the concern don't come, this NGO start school in Odonam, and go and start this year in Odonam, una came for monitor. For say they done them project and then they use the copper for the rights purpose.
So again, as I said, you get for declare what you get money for. So there's a form where you get for fill. You get for declare to we.
Even if you declare to owner.
No, that's the first step. Okay. So once you don't do that, you get for go back for you certificate to moped, but also you get for declare at the district level as well. So all of this level while they go through so now level they would then second for go monitor and see. And also, you get to declare to the communities as well to say, we get this project and this is what we have for this project. So, we'll go monitor, as Eric rightly say, we look at both the output and the outcome in terms of how far you're able to deliver. And if there are issues, we will seek community for give feedback as well.
So, in seeking the community for giving feedback, when I don't get in any situation on any district to side and say, this NGO start this project in Odona.
Oh, I think say last year we'll get 2 of we members that will get issue with UNICEF. We pull a press release, we blacklist them, because currently now we work on the blacklisting policy. If you misbehave in the sector, definitely we'll make for let them know. So we get lots of engagement with the NGOs, with also UNICEF as well in terms of what's going to happen, and then that was resolved.
So almost when I don't blacklist.
I think we had like 2 of them last year, 2 organizations.
Namely? The name of the organization there?
I think we get one now. There was one in Bo and then, yeah, Peace.
Director, I think you know the names there. You want to give the names them quick before we go for break?
Okay.
I think accountability on. You know, it's not an accountability issue.
Now, Pace Sierra Leone.
Okay.
And then moves.
What's name be the work on?
Pace be the work on wash. Then we get UNICEF give a huge sum of money and
almost
use them over 2 billion oleons.
Now, who's these 3 things when they implement them projects here?
Okay. Yeah. We go studio 2 again and take this commercial break and we'll come with continue with the program.
Inside this Ramadan. Kini Joseph, but also you the run they go solar the olio. I don't mind scororo. But that kebo my they can bo my they go correct money. Tell me picking I don't say money for me but for the family. You know you read the news. I say PC Foreign Exchange Bureau. The Master Sabi Foreign Exchange Bureau na the country. They samba una with them Ramadan 1% cashback bonus. I say for any money where you go collect na any PC and Son shop, whether na through Western Union, MoneyGram or RIA, you go get 1% bonus cash back. So you will get from Bull overseas. We go send for you money for this Ramadan. You pick it in school fee, the house rent, money for pool zakat. No collect them, no side. Once na through Western Union, MoneyGram or RIA, just go collect them. Now PC and Son shops them all about the country. PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the Combra Foreign Exchange Bureau.
The Ministry of Transport and Aviation and the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority (SLRSA) no gladdy for the way and manner where certain people them where they use the road they behave. Driver and rider them more the time where traffic in jam. Plenty pan them more keke rider them all the time they ride na the wrong lane where they make the traffic number flow fine. The SLRSA, they member all driver, rider, and vehicle owner them say, for use the route where you no get right for use. Now serious offense under the Road Traffic Act 2007 and the Road Traffic Regulation 2011. Now the routes or lane where they approve no more, you for use. You for obey the sign them, marking, and traffic instruction them. Make sure say you safe and the one and self where they use the road safe. Now the Ministry of Transport and Aviation will join on with the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority (SLRSA) and all who that they undertake and transport business. Bring this message to you.
The program we listen to now, Good Morning Salary, come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We bring this program this morning. My name is Nacheng Nojalo.
And my name is Nayeno Kabia.
Inside the program, we continue to look at more other issues. We go inside some community people who are beneficiary of NGO program, them na Salon. And as Salon, they celebrate NGO Week, Radio Democracy, to partner community radio stations. They don't talk to different people and the contact about their perception on this particular celebration. Musa Kamara puts them voice here so together.
Well, we in Kaila and J Street are NGOs where they become and Kaila and J Street after the war, because during the war, NGO they be there, after the war, NGO they be there. But at the point in time now where they talk to presently, the NGO they now the presently the compression with the first one where the war be done newly, where they be enter na Kaila and J Street, the compression not be the same. Because first one they be participate full. That time the people that they where the war don't dismiss them, people that be where they be handicapped, people that be there where they vulnerable. So NGO they help them greatly. But now as the time now, the compression like how they talk about so too effective na Kaila and district here. So now that's not one of the most challenges as from now and the first time.
So they were the NGO then like Oxfam, Save the Children and other NGO then they do really. But now the NGO they now within this parts of the country. We know they see the work they do like Trade. Now that they give project to person we not born at Kailan, the person they can't do the work how the people they not want time, and the person self not getting mingle with the community for can ask who say if na water say who say we want for let we do water well for una or let we be school for una. Then you just can't start the work no more how they want time. So they're not getting complete the work self. The community people they're not getting put attention. If you go dig water well, who say the people they not want, how the people then will go for that water day.
Thank God, thank you. The way the NGO they don't begin operate now with district, now with community. We tell them thank you because they don't provide some facility there now with community there. Some like water well, school facility, even with school picking that they can supply them with books and pen and other things they win at school material there. Even with community that they can bring drive for with community local people there. They do some certain road maintenance project then. We tell them thank you that they really tried.
They really try for capacity on youth. So happy about that. But the only unfortunate situation, this recent time we just see NGO that they pack off and go. So not really as a community, we concern.
Yeah, Mina Edmond H. Mara from Falaba District, headquarter town, Mongo Bendugu. The NGOs that way than they can for Kanwo, they work well because we don't see so many improvement the way than they do in this area, and they see the help way than they help the less privileged people than this street. And we believe if that continue with this street after 2, 3, 5 years, we will see some changes towards education and other things then.
The NGOs that they try, but you get some way on the try. Why make I say so? You get some way they can establish a structure. Let me say, for example, a market structure where people they know they enter. We even get one inside Mongolia where they be don't build, but the people them prefer for go under the mango stick. We say enough for say they feel comfortable for go sell. Reason being that some of the NGOs that they come, the fact that they don't go meet maybe the chief or one, two big stakeholders, they don't know. They feel for realize to say the people and they know what thing they need. And another thing as well, where I say some NGOs need it, right? You go see one small community past 3 schools the way that they inside the wearing, the number of picking there is not even enough. You go see the school dilapidated, but the toilet is so much in a good state. Why? They need to ask waiting the people they need. You go see an old structure of school building instead of make them rehabilitate or for make them work together for able for CC they put things in place. They prefer for go build new toilets. Yes, I not say for build toilets in battle, but you know go left school side picking the decision where they almost they at the verge for collapse. When I go build new toilet, you go see school then rotting. Then you see the toilets new. So angels that they try, but you get some where they don't see one side, because if they will see one side, they not go repeat infrastructure, they not go repeat something where other NGOs don't come and put and go build back the same thing. Now one compound wherein picking there is not even enough.
Some NGOs, honestly, they're in a portfolio where then they operate. Some they go to communities them where then they operate. And they don't free or McKinney and they operate in the name of Falaba. can attend meetings, some read some AC and say, me na so from so organization and they operate in Falabadi sheet. So I'm taking the pass through the tone of the watch. Hey, who's them? This guy organization can. So then things and which is very bad. See, we don't see market centers the way they say then develop for people in the community. They're not able to use them.
Adena Kwenadogo district. Well, like, yeah, a lot of NGOs then na Kwenadogo district where we dey but and due to what they see, they really they work. Because like me, if I can remember well, I don't benefit from them once. Back then, I've been in a situation wherein for pay me fees become money, my parents then so like I began my auntie will link me up with NGO worker. The organization in him they link me up with them so like them be able for help me with me fees for that year day. Back then I be there in SS2, then help me for pay me fees. Now I dey in SS3 presently. That was last year where they help me with me fees where I pay. So like they really they work because then they help a lot of people in Kwenadogo district now. Yeah.
Me on name now Mohammed Lamin Kogoma, Kwenadogo district Kabbalah to be specific. I get this narrative, say NGO they na the district, what they don't do for you, or they not do for it, nothing. As for me, they don't do nothing yet for me. Because I see them over the year, they lose some of them campaign or other difference in there. But one day they not kind of me doorstep, like how they see other organizations, like for example, the health business, how they kind of community, they host by host for how do them campaign or other thing.
My name is Mani Mose from Kono, Yaduyot. Well, the NGO we don't benefit from directly in NMJD, and that can for deal with my community. We then go raise an awareness campaign in regard of the cattle areas and the farmers. We then they get some conflict and alala between them. So then we go there is the kind of awareness campaign for 6 years. We already under the same agricultural skill, and we foresee we say as one no more the cattle areas then get their own boundary and the farmers them as well. So in that aspect, the community will be done to get a whole lot of confusion between the two sides. But with the intervention as NGOs go and read them bylaws to how we fought it together. So in that way, we will benefit a lot from them.
That now voice of different people across the country. As they be talk to we partner radio station staff them we the link we on the Radio Democracy Good Morning Salon program inside our interview. They want for say thank you to them people in there and say thank you to Musa Kamara for put that voice and they together. I can't tell you Masali, you really concerned the mixed feelings, mixed perception about NGO affairs right across the country. You wanna take on that one then day?
Yeah, I want to say a big thank you. It's to me it's an eye opener, and I want to appreciate the feedback so far. Some are good. It tells us that indeed the structures already established are working, and then we get some of them where relatively they tell us say there are still challenges. We natural, you don't go forget 100%. But one thing I go on for say now that what did happen yesterday and what did happen today completely different. Because one, now we're able to promote accountability and transparency. If you go out to the councils, they all will be proud to tell you, say, any two NGOs they do and the committee they know. That is one thing. Secondly, we're able to use an harmonized approach when it comes to delivery. When you talk about specifications, they are harmonized. Waiting they happen now this sector, if you go to the other sector, except because of the programmatic model of the ministry there, but it's the same approach. When it comes to implementation strategies, it's been harmonized. When it comes to registration, the same thing. The Christian be talk, anytime from now, the minister they launch a digitalized system for the service level agreement. Registration at both Moped and Slango, it's been digitalized. So that tells you that we are working.
At the start of the interview, listen to you make points say this now NGO affairs now people centered approach. It means the needs and wants they come up from the people and the NGOs then begin work on them. But you're really inside. People need to tell you say then build market for who no need. Then build market for who we don't need them. How the ministry
so it not mean say they not go engage. Then go engage. Take typical example, yeah. They don't do Nabacha Street. They don't do this Victoria Park. Them shop them. Still people in the outside they sell. It's just the how you call them, the character. That is what our people are known for. It's difficult. They go do one, but they go talk say that market they don't go bill for we. It's difficult for us sell because they don't go situate them. So you get them then challenge them. They don't mean say they not consult. Let me tell you, the service level agreement is modeled in such a way that you not they able for get them signed if the people are then committees and not get involved in the preparation. And how do they get involved? Then they go engage them, and then when they work out the modalities. That is why when you talk about our sustainability plan, it's no longer about this exit strategy, because at the first project they fail. Now a sustainability plan. Sustainability plan starts from the inception of the project. How involved the people in. So when you go to line ministries, these are the questions that they ask you. If you say you can't engage the stakeholders, when they get meeting, when they get minutes and attendance list, where they show say yes, you engage them, on what you engage them and everything. So we have that. But again, we still get challenges. If you get 100 NGOs who do well, you must get 5. What are the bad ones? And then 5 and they would pursue with the fet for without. And that is exactly what we are doing.
So, according to the Vox Pop, where we partner radio stations, they would support some Musa Kamara have been put together. One key thing we been come up, the insert they will play. Now, outside some district, then they say some NGOs they pack up now, don't round up now, and they do implement the project again. This is not a concern to now.
A big concern to government. A big concern. You know the resource base they shrink every day. We get you know what happen now. If you go now to the Western world, then concentration for get money for equip the military for the Ukraine war day and the likes, you understand. So it's difficult, it's actually difficult, and that make you see some organizations. But even one day they are, and that is why we are so deliberate to say we are now moving from delivery to empowerment. Because if we are able to empower the community people, if we're able to empower our local organizations, then we'll be able for model delivery approach, you understand? We will not go too rely on then resource, then support that's where they come from overseas, you understand? Okay. So that is one thing we do. And somebody mentioned, say, organizations that they implement projects, but they're not in the district. Yes. They're not in the district because we don't limit them in the use of the resources to just 30% at most. If organizations say they open office at all the districts, then the money only go for office running, and that is one thing we want to discourage. So what would they ask for? Now for me, they get a regional based presence. If they operate in the south, 1 or 2 districts, we expect you to get an office in one district within the south where they cover the other side. So that's what you're doing, because the good news about Sierra Leone, the districts are also very, you understand, engaged, so close. So it's easier for you then at this district and implement projects at the other districts and the likes. Just because we want to minimize administration. Okay. So many people don't understand that. Yeah.
Okay, continue for the with we. Locam with Christian inside the program. You don't listen to waiting people and get for say to member them when at the non-government organization where they implement different projects than at the district. What do you make up of this?
So I really appreciate that feedback from the field in terms of people then. Your opinion of what is happening. But I also want to let me family them know say relief not any longer. Relief only come when there's an emergency. Now it's development. So relief first that the shape clothes and all of those things, it doesn't happen again. Now they're going to really sustainable development and then community and it. Then the issue about supposed to talk about portfolio NGOs. Well, in the past we used to have quite a lot of them, but now we do what we call verification exercise. So in as much as you don't even submit to we, both Slango and Moped, they go to the community. So let's say, for example, NGO A, you say they are 12 New England Ville. Then they go there. For go make sure say whether you really did it, and whether you get staff, and whether you get the structure for able to do NGO. If you not there, they pull it out.
When I don't get any case where they not
Oh,
there because
we don't
the
get so many.
allegation now that some man they pass on and say na NGO there you watch not get office, you not even get
Now that is
staff,
it.
na all thing.
Now they say because the verification exercise now they actually reveal say this man we don't say in an NGO, you know they operate any NGO. So once you do that, if you though you go don't send in your application for register, we know they do it, we they register you.
So quick one, in a case if that person they say the person don't go through on a process and you get plenty couple on a CC for implement project like na project on district, so then on a verification process go for not say this person not get office, not get what it takes the office get staff them and all when they let go of that person there.
One of the criteria for like actually complete the verification, you forget an existing office space. Before you register, there are a set of criteria where you already put down on paper. You forget audit report, you forget staff, you forget board members, you forget this, you forget an account, existing account, one of the commercial bank, and all of that. So if you not get that, they not get right for operate. So if even though somebody say they give money, you get to go back and make sure you put all of those in place before you go. The reason why we do that now for hold yourself accountable in this entire process. Then also somebody talk about NGOs they go. Last year we get quite a lot of NGOs we followed up. The reason being, as Eric say, because of external financial support. We all day, so maybe don't go put a project in for USAID, they don't approve them, but then all of a sudden wake up one morning, there is no more funding from USAID. So all of that don't really give points. So now I'm a part of this exercise of this NGO week. We get collaboration, sustainability, and local empowerment as a theme. So most NGOs now they work around sustainability. How do we ensure that we sustain ourselves beyond external funding that we might have?
Okay, we can look at how this celebration on the gun, and I've been on the gun since the start of we'll go take this commercial break again. We'll come we'll watch at the NGO week celebration.
We're trendy and youthful. We're UBA. Inside Africa today, money they move with speed, but not only with trust. And trust in name na Africash by UBA. Whether you in Nigeria or Ghana, Kenya, Liberia or Salon Safe, Africash they connect all African countries them. With Africash, you go able send and receive money outside Salon to other African countries them. Simple one. Whether you get account with UBA or not, it no matter. UBA design Africash for all man, any size and anytime inside Africa. If fast, you go able send and receive money direct na any UBA bank or any UBA branch or agent office. Yes, oh yes, Africash they give you the power for do am easy one with no stress. Na Africash na the bra for send money na all the African country them. Go na any UBA branch or agent location today for send and receive money one time. For more information, call we na 078-200-200 or email winner cfcsierraleone@ubagroup.com. UBA, Africa's global bank. One brand, partnering for progress.
You dey get problem for find the right bank for keep you couple or do business? Union Trust Bank UTB na your solution. UTB they do internet banking where they make them easy for you for know wetin dey happen with your account any side you dey anytime you put or take money. We dey give we customers them loan we no go monitor them for pay at all. Oh yes, Union Trust Bank na the bank for you. Na UTB, all we customers them special and we get good workman them where they cater for all we customers them banking service. We then have plenty sign at the country. We then have Kabbalah, Cambia, Lonsal, Jala, Maboka, Bo, Kenema, Kono, and Mile 91. You can get more information but we na www.utb.sl or come na we head office na number 2 House Street, Freetown. Union Trust Bank na the true bank for you.
We continue for look at more that is go take one power line material. So the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Musa Pakka, don't say the regional economic integration through agricultural transformation plan where ECOWAS they develop now go for release over $10 billion way member states them not they use for come with food na different West Africa country them. A talk this way ECOWAS member country them meets na Freetown for talk on how they go for develop the regional economic integration through agricultural transformation, regional trade and private sector development. Abidi, who said this meeting take place and puts these reports together. The regional economic integration through agricultural transformation na initiative where ECOWAS they do for member states them, and the idea behind this particular initiative now for see how they able for transform agriculture within the region, improve business, work with private sector player them for improve on agriculture, where in turn go support the development of the economy for the different member states them. And all this are part of ECOWAS vision for 2050. For sake of this, make ECOWAS don't get one high-level consultation meeting at Freetown, who said then get the different member them within this organization for talk about how to be able for advance this particular initiative when the regional economic integration. And when they welcome member them inside this particular consultation meeting, the country representative for ECOWAS, Ambassador John Zuma, appreciates President Biya and the people of Salone for their support for CC ECOWAS able to achieve this particular initiative. As for him, he believes with this particular initiative, member states them will able for them a better position for develop themselves.
ECOWAS is confronted with a compelling need to reinvent their approach to regional economic integration and strengthen policy implementation in member states to deliver a coherent ecosystem that will transform disparate national economies into a competitive, harmonious bloc capable of engaging collectively both at the continental and global levels. It is in this light that this meeting brings together three critical strategic work streams that are effective pillars of the regional economy, which feed into the national development plan of member states.
After this welcome address, the Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Fatmata Kamara, they make statements on behalf of the Minister of Trade, and when the talk he acknowledge say ECOWAS inside the past years they able for support the economic growth of member states them where Salone self don't benefit. So for them, Salone go support this initiative.
We firmly believe that the AFCFT is a transformative and game-changing framework for our country. It presents an unprecedented opportunity to accelerate economic growth, enhance competitiveness, promote value addition, and diversify our productive base beyond traditional export. For Sierra Leone, the AFCFTA is not merely a trade agreement. It is a strategic development, an instrument capable of repositioning our private sector within our regional and continental value chains.
When they talk, the Minister of Planning and Economic Development, Kenya Bale, say if West Africa continent for develop, therefore make sure say then direct their attention on how they go able for stable their economy. And for them, this go only happen if they able for develop the agricultural sector, where this is the responsibility of both the government and private sector player them in the ECOWAS region.
But I would like to emphasize that without environmental sustainability, private sector participation, and enhanced intra-regional trade, the full potential of the agricultural sector cannot be realized. This is why it is imperative that we deepen collaboration, harmonize policies, and remove barriers that hinder regional value chains and cross-border commerce. We believe that the private sector must be positioned as key drivers of innovation, investment, and competitiveness. At the same time, we must ensure that our environmental policies safeguard natural resources for future generations while supporting productive activities today.
When they talk as the keynote speaker inside this engagement, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Musa Henry Parker, say this program now already in line with what President Bill, the dream for West Africa. As in say with this, he believes they're able for reduce the carry our member states them, then they put plenty money for secure food products them outside Africa.
You may be aware that the continent, the numbers range a lot, but anywhere from 50 billion annually is what the African region imports in food commodities. The ECOWAS region is about 9.8, close to 10 billion of that comes to us. About 3.5 of that is rice. And we know West Africa actually has quite a lot of good ecologies for rice, and there should be no reason why 3.5 billion of our import bill is rice. And so it makes a lot of sense that we're here thinking how we can put our cultural policies in place, how we can bring technologies, how we can harmonize our trade policies so that we can work together to be able to address this challenge and take really this opportunity that is here.
With all this problem, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Musa Henry Parker, believes say by the time of this initiative with all water, West Africa will be able to realize plenty things them from this particular initiative.
There's a big opportunity for us. The African food market is projected to be 1 trillion by 2030. What can West Africa do to gain part of that? What will be our share of that? And a lot of that is still going to be based on how we transform agriculture, how we trade, how we harmonize. And so for us, the call that we're making and what we want to propose is what my brother's already talked about some. Private sector has to be a key part of it. We have to think about new ways of bringing private sector in. Agriculture or the continent has misplaced high perception of risk is what I would like to say.
This engagement, they continue with different player them, na different level them within the West Africa region. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me Nachong Jalo.
The program they continue, and before we can take this and we can talk about the NGO week, we take one power headline them where some students at the University of Salon, when Afrobe College, IPAM and Commerce don't call on the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education for look inside the missing grade challenge where they say that they get started university. Then students here raise this concern for sake of the different challenges where they get for missing grade. We reporter Mohamed Lamin Kebe look inside this and put this report together.
Plenty times, students then at different university can sit them university exam, but where results can come out, not able for student grade, where this thing can call missing grade and university. As this don't be serious concern for university students them, make some students them at the 3 constituent college them under the University of Salon, where include Fobe College, FBC, Institute of Public Administration Management, IPAM, College of Medicine and Allied Health Science, Commerce. Talk to Radio Democracy, but them experience, but missing grade at a different university them.
And it really frustrating where you go sit exam, you don't see it, you don't write all things. At the end, you can't get missing grade. Not really easy. Sometimes you go work at say, you go to academic affairs, you go pass later, they say, you say, well, we're not able to sort this out to pass, you go sit reference. So pass, sometimes you end up now, you go pay for reference, for make you go clear.
Personally for me, like this issue will not happen for me in year 1. And the time where I be sit, be graded, like I be get incomplete grade, me missing grade, or go year 2, and I not be even for no me grade at that point. So I sit the models and then grade not come on. Work out from one point to another, go meet lecturers.
Imagine I took the exam, which was chemistry. When I take the chemistry exam, I don't even see any of my grade, and then I will go class, I will write my name, I will do all anything and day. So the 2 them sabi me, then I go class, whatever I don't know. So when they mark and I didn't be marked, I never get a grade. The 2 incomplete grades are the worst of the situations because then come from 2 modules one would expect, one from English and one from physics. And the foundation studies when I did English, now it was hectic and I did common because every freshman we get for do foundation studies, especially on degree course.
Then students they are continue for talk about the impact and call on the university administration for looking inside this concern.
Like our government don't create a portal of internet, we therefore get a better recording system. Like our students, they all don't get a profile picture. I think social media don't catch everybody knowing enough for login and log out. Because imagine you having to do 7 modules and then you will get 3 missing grade. 3 missing grades will make you fail because most departments for degree courses and postgraduate courses, 3 failure, even if they're in 1 semester, you're done for the year.
And then they really no fight. So they plead to our government and the institution where they try sort letting it out. Maybe they get missing grade, really okay, nice.
At the call on government through the Ministry of Tertiaries, they are making a look into this issue because not only one grade no more.
Radio democracy. Say forget University of Salone administration for response to them concern whether students have be raised, but they not be green response for the society for radio democracy. Mohamed Amin Kebe the report.
Program they continue. When inside the program now, let me listen to Daddy Wakabot. The program they continue and we they come now to we studio guest them. Follow we talk about the NGO week celebration we don't start from last week Saturday. Let me come to Christian Kamara. Take me through what are the things that una be don't put in place and what una decide for celebrate this week.
So the NGO week now a global celebration. This thing started way back in 2009 and 2010, but the actual first celebration of the world now in 2014. So now Salon last year we do the first, and then this year we do the second. So the theme now collaboration, sustainability, and local empowerment. So we start with a press conference now the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, where we call all the press and then share with them what in this day they're about. Then thereafter we get the health walk. We'll start from SOS. Onto Family Kingdom, na Freetown, and we get 8 government officials serving plus the chief minister. We all go there, all the country directors were there. We got over 1,200 to 500 people. We do the health work there. But again, after that health work, we get parliamentary engagement. We get open day in parliament. We go tell parliament what the NGOs that they do, but also we want to listen to parliament what na their work, how NGO and Parliament go work together as well, because we all serve the same purpose. Now the same people that we all work with. And then we go offline again we go offline this week, where all the districts as well celebrate this day. They get health work. Maybe they can Eric Bidebo, other people Bide Potloko, Bombali Minister Bide, Makeni, and all of that. So again, at that level, we all go celebrate together. So it's not only in Freetown, but also offline, say get the feel of what this NGO celebration is all about. And after that, we also get the real celebration, the actual dinner, the 27th of February. So today, now the actual day, now Miata Conference Hall, we all go gather there. Statement they will be given by government officials, development partners, and NGOs as well. And then in the evening hours, we get with dinner and awards night. So they appreciate, celebrate, and recognize NGOs who don't spend 15 years and above. Now this country, we don't do real very good job now in various communities. So they will give the award, but also we find a space where we will relax, reflect, and also enjoy ourselves.
So before I come with Eric inside quick one on this celebration they don't see there and all. Yeah. So in our own parts, what do you expect from government?
So one of the things we care on Parliament, Parliament can summon we at times for go share with them what to do and the rest of it. Again, they can tell we produce 17 copies of all of the document and all of that. So we'll go for see how we go able for get an engagement and dialogue on that. How do we ensure that we not opposed to us going to Parliament, but how do we do it on a much more structured way, so that Parliament will benefit, but we self also go benefit. We're not going to say as a waste of time as well. We respect Parliament's decision, and that space, that discussion we'll get that day was really good, and we'll get a follow-up on that as well. But also, make I tell you now, the Honorable Vice President, we lead that process in the parliament. But before that, in November, there was an NGO government dialogue where all the ministers were in that hall at Brookfish, New Brookfish Hall. NGOs were there, so, and the vice president is chair. The reason why we get that NGO government dialogue, and for the NGOs then bring issues that we then feel say they affect them in terms of the operations. But also let government also tell we when that issues about taxes, issues about NACIT and all of those things. So we're all able to understand, we said, come up with action point, we will work on today. So the reason why I did go over all of this, now for people that know say, we got a very good working relationship with the government. Where there are issues, we engage, and then collectively we all agree in terms of which the benefit both parties.
Okay, let me go over with Eric. You don't listen to anything Mr. Kamara don't say, the thing they don't put in place, and don't begin this celebration and all. So after this celebration, today on the last one, what do they expect?
Well, we'll continue with the relationship, a strengthened relationship between government and the NGOs, and so we're very, very key. We are partners in development, and from the government side, responsibility for providing for operate, and then from the NGO side, we expect them for continue for provide services for the vulnerable, and of course, at the last mile. So now that would expect. But above all, we take this week very, very serious because we need for appreciate NGOs. NGOs don't do a lot of good things in this country. Where we go Wednesday doing the regional programs, all the districts we can talk, beneficiaries they make we know the impact of NGO interventions and their lives. We get instances where people tell you, say, me na be cookie seller, I drop out from school, but NGO take me and make I go school today, me na honorable member of parliament. These are success stories, real success stories. Oh, they see.
Okay.
We go to communities and they go tell you, say, this community has to make we get boku drop out because we not get school.
Okay.
And NGO don't can provide school for we.
Okay.
And now we pick and they can go school. So from government side, we say, I think they deserve for let we recognize them and appreciate them.
Okay.
What they do. And that is why we are celebrating this.
Inside the program, let me look at some text message them we don't carry inside the program. Quick one, and when I go respond to the text message before we go the program to an end. Inside the Facebook comment section, this post they say, I mean, like seriously, you mean 10 cup of raw rice on paper for one prisoner? Corruption is the cause of backwardness inside. I think this guy for do to one power material them.
For Mark 10 and England Village say, what is the relationship between NGO and Parliament? Because members of Parliament are elected representative of their communities, where NGO design and implement development intervention.
This possible when our super caps for the now Facebook page the same. Dealing with donor funds is a crisis in Sierra Leone. Most NGOs are hit and run operations of which Slango and other agencies are not aware of. For Mystic, they say monitoring is good, but Slango should be aware that they should not put stiff measures because some of the small NGOs are contributing meaningfully in national development, especially to add to rich communities. The last one we go take from your end, they come up from Mystic again at Duazaki. They say some NGOs with office space are not working in the interest of Sierra Leone and the people. Most of them use donor funds for their personal gains. We need proper monitoring and supervision on the activities of these NGOs in Sierra Leone. We start to see again, Eric. You hear some of the comments them now Facebook page. You reply to them.
Yeah, I go respond to two. I think the other one have to do with Slango. The relationship between NGOs and Slango and Parliament, the relationship is cordial. As part of the celebrations for this week, we get an engagement, an NGO Parliament dialogue. Yeah. We say the leadership of Parliament and parliamentarians all be there, and then get engagement with NGOs. The only challenge will be over the years that the issue of summons, and that now would actually done the leadership don't take them very seriously, and we really don't address them now. So moving forward, based on their commitment, we don't get book summons them, but they get parliamentarians and get the oversight responsibility.
I think the parliament be the do then someone they are so in bad faith.
No, because now the responsibility.
Yeah. So oversight, want to cut down on the number of the summons.
Because say for instance, I can always say NGOs they not to free to one for the see them. Now the field side implement projects.
But then they work for the people and parliament itself are the people's representative.
Yes, but there is a channel. Say for instance, the ministry, if you want from NGOs, 1, 2, 3 NGOs and come for can explain what they do. Now the ministry is someone. The ministry they take along the NGOs if need be, or the ministry because we get that on all the information. But if NGO in Afalaba, then you call us say for come. That 1 week where they can take a free on a project implementation. The people that service they don't miss you because that week they tell for don't go there for go provide water, you go down there for go complete school project or for go planning materials and but you go for they can't respond to someone. And the issue of provision of 17 papers, documents and the likes. It's just burdensome. So that are the issues that we discuss. But I think we don't now understand who's safe and Parliament back. We don't now get a model who they use moving forward. Yeah.
One go and say quick one on this presenting of these documents and not say the NGOs they are not be accountable for the project that they implement.
Well, me no want to take on that way there. I think we have to do more. But when it comes to accountability, it's there. Because if, for instance, if you don't have be accountable, you don't go sign service level agreement. An organization can take projects, it goes to them until we find a one thing, you understand, we don't say no sign anything. But now willingly, they go and line ministry as and they go force the line ministries there for men and sign the service level agreement and everything. So it tells you that there is a lot of an amount of transparency and accountability. They say NGOs not working in the interest of the people. I'm afraid because again I will continue to say it. NGOs are here to complement government. Then they work with government, and to a greater extent, they live to expectation. We have challenges, I must confess, and I then challenges that they will work on from my own side, and of course from the side of Slango. They ensure say we work on any challenges and then ensure say we get a sector that is sanitized, a sector that is quest for development.
One for tell you plenty thank you for joining the program. Let me again from the board chair for Slango on the perception with regards to the text messages and we'll take on the
I think Slango or NGOs and Parliament gets a very good relationship because we all they do the same thing. We they go help them and then constituencies them for ensure to provide social services together with government. Then they represent those people who they work with as well. And as Eric said, the only thing is that the summons what they do we'll just select the structure so that if you invite me for 2 o'clock, then be 2 o'clock, I get me a meeting, then I go back. But then there is a very good commitment from the speaker, deputy, the leader of government business. So we are working well. The issue about NGOs, not to do well. I think there's a difference between CBOs and NGOs. Yeah. So CBOs are really community-based organizations. Then they don't need much except they go through social welfare. Then they come to we. But NGOs come to we. If you go at that NGO level, you do get for me certain criteria. And in the event where you not get the role of Slango for also help you out, for support you and for make sure so you get all of those things. And then the NGOs know they use funds properly. I think there are a lot of structures. Even though they give the money, always ensure you report to them, they do audit, and they also do visit you as well for see what you don't do the money. So there are quite a lot of structures in terms of monitoring.
In name na Christian Kamara and the board chair for Slango. Plenty thank you to you for joining the program this morning. Well, now so the program will left for today. Plenty thank you to the production team, Michael Sambula and Mange Mansari, help for support, Michael for put the program together, and Fatimata Samura make family for watch we live on our Facebook page. DJ Keman give you technical support. So to meet again, we bring this program country to the name na channel Jalo they say Juma Mubarak.
And you know Kabia they say continue for listening to this fine frequency.